wants it more, but it might come down to who. And there's the bell for round 9. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
With this fighter is, has he punched himself out? How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Straight right just misses. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. They blocked the hook. And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Just missed with that hook. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder. And here comes the 10th round. They just gave us one hell of a round. Let's see if they'll do it again.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they have to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Good defense stopping that jab. Well done with that counter shot. The counter lands. Nobody home with that hook. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. And he just misses with that jab. Not necessarily a jabbing contest so far. Power punches from both of these fighters early. A lot of effort being exerted here. Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. Incredible work rate. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. What an action-packed round that was. Let's see what they have in store for us here.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Holding nothing back here in the round. How about that time counter shot? They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Carrying away the right hook. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that left hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that lap. On to the 12th. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
Good work the last round. Be smart. Don't get too braggadocious. You get turned over and walk into the shot, and that's the last thing you want.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Big right uppercut scores. looking hook, but it was blocked. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And he scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Can't land the jab there. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder. They ring the bell, and here we go. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Hook won't score. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His jab just got blocked. Uppercut just missed. The stamina is off the charts. There's a counter shot. Good defense on that left hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about wild. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
This is part of the game plan. You knew this was going to happen. Now you've got to stay still in your mind. You've got to think, right, don't get rattled. Don't get swayed by the crowd cheering or booing. Walk straight in there, stick to your game plan, show your shots, and then let it go. But do it at your pace.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That hook won't score. A perfect counter shot. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? The only fear you have with this heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? How about that time counter shot? Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So the referee says, fight on. Perfect counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Oh, Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. And the Bronze Bomber goes down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a